Here it is once again, coming at you live from the Late Night Lounge at David Adams. Excuse me, it's in David Adams. It's in the building. Here we are. Of course I'm going to do another vlog. You think I'm just going to be one and done? I wouldn't be no flash in the pan. Let's be honest here. Come on. So, we bring to you tonight another one, as DJ Khaled would say. Last week we started off, just a little recap, just kind of give everybody an idea of how to do the breaks with us, how to go through the process on our website. And you can check that out at our YouTube page that will be up on there. And, we did a couple other things. We previewed some stuff, which I'm definitely going to get to in a minute. We have a big one tomorrow. I had a little insider source here tonight that gave me an idea of something to expect from Topps Museum Collection. That's the baseball one. So we might as well just lead off with that. Let's get right into that. And I think I'm going to use the old trusty Google machine and the internet again for that one. Of course, as always, shout out to my friends at Cardboard Connection here. Always helping me get by, figure out what's what. But here we go. Here is 2017 Topps Museum Collection Baseball. I love this product. I always have. I've loved the football version, and I've definitely loved the baseball version. It's a really nice product. The cards are usually gorgeous, and I feel like, it. Obviously, you see it's, their listed retail on there is $209.75, so it's a high-end product. It's moved up throughout the years. I remember when I started, I guess in the business, if you want to say, when I started in the biz, it was a little bit lower. I mean, it was always still a pretty higher end product, we'll say. But this year, I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming out of it. And I got tipped off on a couple of cards, and they look amazing. But here's kind of the breakdown. I mean, you can see already that user rating, 4.6 stars right out of the gate. And this is set to come out tomorrow. So that's got to say something. That's got to be an testament to that. But obviously you see here's the base. You got your... So it looks like a 100-card base, and you have your numbers, stuff, your colored, the sapphire, the amethyst. It's interesting. Never heard of that one. Ruby and Emerald. Emerald 101, Ruby being out of 50, and the Amethyst being out of 99. Sapphire, doesn't look like they know what it's numbered out of. I'm guessing higher. The way that it's listed on there, I'm guessing Sapphire is going to be a little higher. They got some Canvas stuff. Canvas collection reprints. Canvas cards always look nice. I'm hoping that there's autographed versions of that. That would be nice. Oh, there you go. Okay. Next sentence, obviously, if you just read along here. Dropping one per box. Also come as one-of-one originals and autographs. So those will probably look good. Canvas autographs are always pretty bomb in my book. That's cool. So, this is a good sign. I always like when I read something like this. Hard signed. That's good news. That's great news. On-card hits. I love it. The archival autographs. Copper, gold, emerald. So, also copper and gold. It doesn't look like they know what those are going to be out of. Emerald 101. Gold, I'm going to go... See, I'm surprised there's not a silver, because if it was... I would say gold would be out of 25... Silver would be out of 50, copper would be out of 75, but that kind of throws off my train of thought here. I don't know if gold is going to be out of 50 then, or could be even lower, out of 20 or out of 10 maybe. I don't know. That kind of throws it off. So looks like you might have to stop back at Cardboard Connection for a little more of an idea of what's happening there when it actually comes out tomorrow. Dual autos, that's always something nice to see, and triple autos. So out of 15, out of 5. Premium prints. Ooh, see, this is another thing here. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to call it a style of card. This is one of my favorite styles of cards, is the gold ink on black and white photography. So, like, I opened up a case of gold and black today. Or black gold, excuse me. Black gold basketball. You see it in black hockey or what other black products there's been from Upper Deck. Just beautiful when it's so nice when it's the black card and you just have the gold auto just popping off there. It just looks amazing. So I have high hopes, and if anybody out there who follows us on Twitter, if you listen to this and you get one of these autos, feel free, please tweet at us, send a picture. I'd love to see it. I'll retweet it. It's gonna be awesome. And oh, there we go, next line too. It's true that it's a favorite every year. It's a blast to always see the museum framed autos. Those are just another one. Just adds to the, what word do I want to use? It adds to the glamour. We'll say, glamour for lack of a better term. It adds to the glamour of this product. Silver frame out of 15, gold frame out of 10, black out of 5, and then, wow, nice wood frame. There you go. 1 of 1. So I would definitely look forward to that. That's going to be really nice. Those are always nice. It's just like, I love what Lux does in the Lux basketball. I can kind of draw some parallels there, obviously, because they have the framed autos as well. But those always look good, whether it's the baseball or whether it's the football that they do as well. And then here's some other things. Some you can see some jumbo patch autos. So it's definitely your standard stuff. It's stuff that you are used to seeing from museum collection. It's stuff that you should expect. It doesn't seem like right now that they're throwing any necessarily curveballs in here, which could be good or bad. You never really know what end of it. But obviously you're going to look forward to some patch autos too, especially some of the teams, their color schemes are just amazing. Like, honestly, the Marlins, man, that just was off the top of my head. Not necessarily wouldn't be my first example on every other day, but I'm just thinking they have what I think is a really cool looking color scheme. And imagine a Stanton 3-4 colors and an auto. That's hot, as Alex would say. Alex says that a lot, and I don't necessarily like to sound like Alex, but it happens. Do what you gotta do. Oh, here we go. There's a beauty that caught my eye too. How about some laundry tag relics? So now this is the relic section. Obviously, we just went over the autos. This one here, you can get an idea of what is to come. Okay, now see, the copper relics are out of 35, and the gold is out of 10. So even though it didn't have a numbering system for the autos or for the base cards, base parallels, maybe that is something to look at, that it could possibly be gold is out of 10 and the copper is out of 35. So was I way off? I was ballpark per se, and I'm not trying to pump my own tires here. Just for the sake of having a conversation with y'all. But what else we got? 4-play primary pieces. Now here is where I think this would be a good segue. This would be a good segue here. It's all about them segues. So 4-player primary pieces. Now my good friend in the chat here, Brian, I'm gonna give him a little shout out. I think he deserves it. He tipped me off about a couple of the cards that are already, selling on eBay that he's seen. And let's flip to this screen. There you go. How about this right here? Detroit Tigers primary pieces quad. Look at this. Obviously this is not an extreme case, but this is a case where it's out of 25. You're not going to see that all the time, but you can just see that these cards, gorgeous look to them, and it has potential. I mean, look at that. The logo, man, is crazy. I love seeing Logoman pieces, but obviously very nice looking cards. Potential for some great patches, especially the Logomans. Let's see if I can find the other one he showed me here, which was the Singular. Yeah, here's a Singular patch card here. This is out of 35, so this is the Copper edition, I think. Probably based on that kind of copper outlining you see. But, you know, just another one out of 35. Look at that beautiful Yadier Molina patch. That's great. You know, that's right off the bird. You can obviously tell there, but so it looks like it has great potential, and, you know, you can expect some pretty good things from this stuff. Here's the breakdown for each hobby box. 1 auto card, 1 autograph relic, 1 prime relic, 1 quad relic. Wow, so you're actually guaranteed a quad relic in every box. That's pretty impressive, considering what I just showed you, that you could end up with one of those. I think that's pretty damn good. And if it's anything like the museum collections of old, it's the 4 mini boxes, and you're getting a hit per mini box. So that's great. 2 autos, 2 jerseys. I usually like when they split products down the middle like that because, let's be honest, I mean, everybody is a collector here for the most part that is going to listen in or is watching right now. So you understand. You get it. The autos worth way more. Everybody knows that. So obviously these card companies aren't going to just, you know, dish out crazy amounts of autos because they get it too. It's a business. But stuff like this where you can split it down the middle, I think that's awesome. That's great. What do we got here too? The Museum Collection Baseball Hobby Case box break. So in a case, you're guaranteed 1 framed auto and 1 autographed jumbo relic at least. You know, I feel like there's some asterisks or some fine print there where it's one of those at least type things. I'm going to scroll up back here and just see if there's anything else. I mean, here you go. You got your Judge rookie base parallel there. Oh, there you go. The Sapphire Blue is out of 150. That's what that's going to be. Look at that Judge auto. Love that too. It's just museum collection. Most Topps stuff. Topps Tribute is like this too, where it just, they leave you great room for the athlete to sign, and a lot of their on-card stuff, you know, from museum collection, from Tribute, it definitely comes out nice. So still no numbering on the gold and copper, but from what we saw, gold could be out of 10. Copper could be out of 35. You know, there it is. Looks like some good names too. This is what are these? The archival autographs. So of course you can use your brains, and you hear the archival, you're gonna get guys like, you know, there's Galarraga. Who else did I see on here? Biggio's on here. Down to the side, Ozzie Smith, Vizquel, Konerko, Alomar, Carew, Raleigh Fingers, Roy Oswalt, you know, and then you got your mix of like guys like Steven Matz, Swanson, Lindor. So there's just kind of your basic auto set, which is great, I think. Oh, look at that one right off the bat here. These ones out of 15. There's that special dual list. I mean, Griffey and Hank Aaron. I pulled, I want to say it was out of Topps Tribute from this year. I pulled a dual auto of these two, and from right there, that looks great. I mean, what's some of the other examples you can get? Rizzo and Bryant. That'd be pretty badass. Bryant and Trout. That's a huge one, because I've seen some other dual autos of those two in particular, Bryant and Trout, and they go for some coin for sure, which I don't think surprises anybody, but that's definitely eye-opening when you see how much this stuff goes for. Harper and Trout, you know, that's going to be definitely one to look out for. Trout and Griffey, that's really cool. Wow. That is a badass card right there. Look at that. Griffey, Ichiro, and Randy in the Mariners unis. I love it. That's incredible. That'd be one just for the collection, honestly. I mean, that would probably garner quite a bit of money, because I know Ichiro on his own is $300. He's not a cheap auto, but it seems like he's starting to sign more in the coming years, in the later years of Topps now. 15, 16, 17. It seems like he's getting more into the auto game. So I don't know if that's starting to decrease the value of some of his stuff. Obviously, the older stuff from early 2000s where he didn't sign much, that still definitely holds its value, no doubt. There's another one, Bo, Griffey, and Trout. I love anytime these three guys are on a card, honestly. I think that's just a great card all around. I don't care who you are. Braves collectors probably appreciate it a little more than others, but if you're a baseball fan, Maddox, Smoltz, and Glavine, it's an awesome card. So there you go. You got Thor, too, DeGrom, and Matz. Now this one. Look at this one. This would be a killer. Forget about it. This would be over $1,000 card. Bryant, Harper, and Trout, and it's out of 5. That's at least 1,000. I'm probably lowballing. So that's really, it looks like all they have. Okay, here's magnificent, or what is it? Meaningful materials. Excuse me. Chris Archer example there. Kind of like the Molina that I showed you. Another one out of 35. I like to see the example cards. Yep. What do you call it? Museum Collection does this every year, and I think they do this well always with the dual relic autos. Those always look great. You know, that's the thing with Tribute is, or excuse me, not Tribute. I keep getting them mixed up. Museum Collection. That thing is, you know, you can change the design a little bit, but if you keep it constant like they do here, it looks amazing every time. Every time they come out. There you go. There's the beautiful black on gold too, the museum framed ones. Great chipper one right there. This has a pretty solid list too. You know, Randy Johnson, Koufax, Moncada there. The usual cast of characters that you're used to seeing in some Topps baseball products, and that's not a bad thing at all. So there's another one. Like I said, just the gorgeous. I love the gold on the black. Just makes the auto pop. It just looks so much nicer. So I think that's really it for that. A couple more examples here. Yeah. So there it is. Oh, what do we got? Oversized cards, huh? Oh, back it up here. Oversized framed autograph batting glove patch. Big Poppy. Of course, all 101s. I'm guessing these would be box toppers. Hence the oversized. I feel like John Madden right now. I'm just stating the obvious to you guys. Like, you don't know what's going on, but hey, it's for the sake of the vlog, podcast, whatever you want to call it. But, so, some pretty cool stuff there. So, something to look forward to. So that's it for the previews. That's really the big one. That's the big one for this week. So now, I want to get into a few things that I thought were going to be interesting to talk about. How about the NBA? Wow. What a day they're having. I've been kind of tracking it in between breaks or in between whatever I'm doing, you know. When I was out on dinner, I was reading this. Just crazy. I think obviously the biggest actual, a lot of it is speculation. Ton of it is speculation. The big actual move, the big actual move of the day was the D'Angelo Russell and Mozgov headed to the Nets for Lopez and whatever else they gave him. Wow. Mozgov, not so much surprised. He might have just been a throw-in. Or, Nets really believe that he can make a difference in Brooklyn, which is fine. He's... I don't know if he had a quiet year. I like basketball, but, not the biggest guy. But I don't know really the stats of Mozgov from last year. It didn't sound like I heard a ton about him, but, maybe he'll turn it around. maybe he'll turn around with the Nets. As for D'Angelo Russell, I feel bad for the guy, to be honest with you. I understand the move. The writing's on the wall. It's obvious what they're doing. You know, it's one of two things, if not both. Draft coming up, they're obviously taking Lonzo. Lonzo wants it. You know, Lonzo wants in. They're all in on Lakers. Both sides seem to be in agreement with that. And obviously the second thing is, you know, are they still going to pursue Paul George? And Paul George was a big thing today too. Is he going to Cleveland? Is he going to Los Angeles? Who knows? These two teams seem like they're actively pursuing him, though. And, you know, maybe that was another move for the Mozgov, and D'Angelo was just to make room. Make room to draft Lonzo and still have enough space to see if they can sign Paul George, which would be crazy. But then, in the other ear, like I said, you got people talking about Paul George in Cleveland. And you want to talk about super team. And there was even word of Jimmy Butler. There was word of Jimmy Butler actually pushing to be sent to Cleveland. I don't think he would mind that at all. But, you know, is it one of those things where is it Jimmy Butler or Paul George? I can't imagine, you know, them being able to take on both of them. That's just impossible. Almost impossible. You know, but does Paul George go to Cleve? And then you hear these, you know, everybody is just trying to get their word out today and just, you know, make ridiculous comments, ridiculous rumors, you know. And whether they're far-fetched or they're not as far off as we think, who knows? You don't know. Because, I mean, I heard another one, too. LeBron to the Lakers with Paul George. You know, people, this started last week. This started pretty much right after he lost. They're thinking that after 2018, he could be out and pursue the Lakers possibly. And then, you know, and then it's a chain reaction. It's a trickle-down effect, if you will. Then you have Kyrie coming out, or sources. I shouldn't say these, you know, you got to be careful when you talk about this stuff, obviously, you know, with the media getting stuff wrong and things like that. But I guess you should more say sources, because, you know, sources are coming out and saying, too, that, you know, if LeBron's out, Kyrie's out. You know, if he's out, then Kyrie don't want nothing to do with it either. So it'd be interesting to see. And then, you know, just another one, you know, crazy. This happened a couple days ago, but it's crazy to think, you know, is the paradigm possibly shifting in the East with all these parts possibly moving from, you know, key parts from different teams moving wherever. This possible shakeup, it would be crazy, but, you know, Celtics trading their number one pick to the 76ers, you know. Embiid stays healthy. Simmons stays healthy. You know, do they start to become the young and upcoming super team? And, you know, in the next few years, do you just make way for them and watch out for the 76ers if all these parts move out of the East? You know, if LeBron does go west, you know, if Kyrie, God knows where he goes. It would be pretty interesting to see. It'd be pretty crazy. And then, you know, you have another guy who, you know, comes out today and basically says he has no intentions of returning to Toronto. And that's Chris Paul. Or, excuse me, not Chris Paul. That's Kyle Lowry. I said Chris Paul because someone brought something up to me the other day that I thought was interesting and, you know, I think would be smart on Kyle Lowry's part is, do you wait to see where Chris Paul goes? and then make your move just to see what he gets paid and then see what you should get paid. So there's just some food for thought, we'll call it. Just something to chew on. Just very interesting day. But speaking of basketball, we obviously have some great group breaks up on the website for basketball. Here, we'll check them out real quick. I mean, tomorrow we've already got the Platinum sold out. That's a Hit Parade product. That's an original out of here. So that should be exciting. Definitely tune in for that. But as we get later into the week, you see we got a couple of Totally Certifieds, 8:30 p.m., 6 p.m. So these are great. These are during the late night lounge. Let's sell those out. Let's get people in the room. Let's see some stuff because, I know people in the chat don't want to just sit around and watch a blank screen. They want to see stuff get ripped. So I think a good way to do this is obviously check out these basketball breaks we have. Totally Certified is usually a lounge favorite either year. And, Gold Standard, I see some people break that. 16, 17, go for the Brandon Ingram. Stuff like that. So there's those. Check them out. It would be great to break them for you guys late night. Another thing I just wanted to go over real quick thought was interesting is tonight was the NHL jersey reveal. So have official pictures gone past my eyes? Not necessarily. I haven't seen official pictures, but I've seen some leaked stuff or what seems to be the full list of the pictures, and to be honest with you, I didn't really see any major changes. There was no jerseys that really jumped out at me that had this extreme change to them. Honestly, it seems like Adidas actually took it down a notch and just kind of simplified it, which actually I don't mind. Like, for instance, the Sabres jersey, obviously I got to talk about the Sabres. It's the hometown boys. They're sticking with the navy, but it seems like they've taken anything off the shoulders, and it's just kind of one straight navy blue color, which I'm fine with. I like it. I think it looks good. Nashville people are kind of upset, but I don't mind it. I like the yellow they have, and that's another one where they kind of just got rid of the blue off the shoulders, and it's just all that yellow consistently down the jersey. And actually, I think it's pretty cool. On the inside of the neck in the back, there's actually a piano that goes that way, and I thought that was a nice little detail to it. But besides that, that was really it. And then, obviously the Golden Knights being introduced. What does this say for cards? Probably not much. It'll be interesting to see if they still got some Reebok jerseys to use and we keep getting Reebok patches. I think it'll be cool to see a change in, when you get your 1-of-1 laundry tags or your out-of-2 laundry tags and you get the Adidas logo. It'll look different. It's something different. And that's what it's all about. It's the marketing aspect. Just when you thought it was safe, they're going to change it up on you. And it makes sense. So that's that. And then a couple things for baseball. I figured we'll link this back to our earlier discussion of Topps Museum. Just a couple things that I thought were interesting. Arenado hitting for the cycle on Father's Day. That's a nice tribute to his pops, and you gotta love it that he did it with a walk-off home run. That's how he finished it off. Attaboy. That's what you like to see. And I actually just got a notification a little bit ago. This is just another quick thing I wanted to go over. Anthony Rizzo. Literally batting 1,000 at leadoff right now. Tonight. Hit another home run leadoff. Unbelievable. That guy's an animal. Really enjoy watching him play. And, if Joe Madden believes he can be leadoff, he keeps up the what he's doing. He's producing. So keep him. Why not? Maybe Cubs need that little spark. They need something different. So one last thing, it's totally off topic from sports. But it's really chapping my behind, and I just got to get it out. I don't know if you guys heard, but earlier this week, or last week, we should say, Gene Simmons, he tried to file to get the copyright to the quote-unquote devil horns, the rock horns, the rock symbol, the iconic rock symbol. This guy had the gall to actually try and copyright it. Is he kidding me? Listen, we get it that Kiss is a brand. It's no longer a band. You add the R in, that's what it is. You used to be able to get buried in a Kiss casket. That's utterly ridiculous. That guy makes... you got to play devil's advocate here. You can't blame him, and you can't knock him for being a businessman and being able to turn that band into what he has. A multi-million-dollar brand. But absolutely ridiculous. To try to copyright the rock sign? How dare you? How dare you? People were doing it way before you, buddy. I'll have you know, you're not the first. You're not one of those guys who's reinventing the wheel or anything by that means. So there's that. I just had to get that off my chest that I think he's just... I love Kiss, too. That's the problem. I'm a huge Kiss fan. Always have been. But that's absolutely ridiculous what he's doing. I can't go for that. Like Hall & Oates said. All right, there it is for this week. We got one last thing to take care of. And that is, if anybody was paying attention, we did a little promotion last week. For every break you did late night, you got put in the random for a $25 gift card. So we got 10 people to turn out last week. Thank you to you guys for buying late night, and we're able to do this. We may do this in the future again, so for future consideration, check our Twitter, check our Instagram. We usually tell you about the promotions we do on there. I was constantly telling people about this one, so it's good to see we got 10. So the idea was between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Tuesday through Friday last week, if you bought a late night break, you got a chance to get in here. You see Matthew B's got 2 spots in it. So I think what we're going to do to end this off is we're going to random it off, and we're going to see just who, is going to win the gift card. So let's go to random.org. Let's dice roll. All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times we are going to random your names. The winner, if you're not in the room, don't worry, we'll email you, and we'll make sure that you are aware that you've won. All right, so 9 times. Good luck to the 10 gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Congratulations, Wilson D. You, sir, have yourself a $25 gift card. Thanks, everybody who tuned in to this week's edition. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to be doing this every week. Be sure to email us, to tweet at us, to DM us on Twitter or Instagram. Things you want to see on the show. I'd love to do it. Give me suggestions for topics or things you want to hear, things you want to do. I'll be sure to do it. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at DACW Live Breaks and on Instagram at DACW Live Breaks. And don't forget to check us out on Breakers or our websites at dacardworld.com/live or breakers/DACW Live Breaks. That is it for me for now. We'll be back with a personal in a couple of minutes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sayonara.